of people have been forced to relocate from their homes as their yards and the sea has become one.
Hurricane Beryl passed by the island and brought everything to a standstill. So it's a good time as any, bring you all up to speed with what's going on in the local JPL off-season. So we're going to start right away now without no itching. We'll go straight into the managerial merry-go-round, if you would call it. So as we know at this time of speaking, Montego Bay United still without a manager or a coach, and Harborview is still without a head coach. So entire off-season was kind of dominated by the news of successful head coach of Mount Pleasant, Tappa Whitmore, deciding to basically not to re-sign a contract to stay on to Mount Pleasant and to go elsewhere. We know that his successful assistant coach Davian Ferguson is the new man that's leading Portmore United, but the question still remains, where is Tappa Whitmore going? Now we may have gotten a slight clue of where he may end up, as the announcement was made last week that he will be taking over the reins at Cornwall College in schoolboy football. And if you know your Jamaican geography, you will know that Cornwall is based in Montego Bay. So again, trying to put 1 and 2 together, Montego Bay United needs a head coach, and Tappa, who is a successful head coach in the league, will now be based in Montego Bay. It probably does make sense that they will be working together. So again, we are waiting to hear any official news coming out of that and see if Tappa really will end up in Montego Bay United. But for now, Cornwall it is. Alright, so that is terms of managers, but what about players movement? No, I stated Montego Bay United coaching seat was vacant, and that's because the Santos, their Brazilian head coach, was let go at the start of the off-season. So I questioned in my video about that if his 3 Brazilians that play under him would be leaving as well. Now we may have got the first sighting or first signs that one of them, which is their top footballer, their number 10, Clan John Ferreira, has already left the club. But where would he be ending up? It might seem to be at, you guessed it, Mount Pleasant, who can't seem to get their name out of the headlines for this off-season. Of course, we didn't get anything official from Mount Pleasant, but we did get a clue thanks to Shandy James, their number 11, who was, celebrating the return to early preseason with a video on his Instagram reel, and the video itself had Ferreira there in the back working out. So it seems he's already at Mount Pleasant for the preseason camp. Of course, this is nothing official. We still have to await a word from Mount Pleasant. In this league, you have to take what you can get. Sometimes player transfer is not announced until the player is already seen on the pitch. So again, that would be very interesting to see him there. It will immediately boost that Mount Pleasant midfield, and it will be a big loss for Montego Bay United as well. Moving on to another player, Gerald Neal Jr. announced on Instagram that he will be leaving Arnie Guns. Now, Gerald Neal Jr. was the starting right back for Arnie for many years and this season as well, and was unfortunately saw his season cut short thanks to a nasty injury. So he didn't get to play all the way up to the playoffs with his team, and it's a sad ending. That's how he will leave with Arnie Guns. No word where he will be going, but that's it for the right back in the jungle. Alright, another player news now, moving on to the very United top striker, Kemar Bushy Beckford. In the midst of the World Cup qualifying early in the off-season, it was announced that he signed for Slingers in Guyana to play under former Lions United coach Alex Thomas. He was already an instant hit on debut. He got a hat-trick and got 2 assists. But the reason we're even bringing this up at this moment, despite he's been playing there for a while, is that there is a slight chance that he may return to Very United just in time for the season opener. Slingers are currently second in the Guyana League, and they only play 12 matches, so their league will be running mostly through the summer, so there's a good chance, and it is not unprecedented, once his Guyana season is over, he could be returning to Veer. Again, nothing official on that part, we are waiting to be seen, but it wouldn't be the first time Bushy left and returned in time for the season start. Alright, moving on to more headlines. The Honourable Babsy Grange has pledged funding that will be provided to fix the National Stadium lights in time for the Jamaica versus Cuba on September 6th. Of course, as a Reggae Boys fan, and after the embarrassment of having our match against the Dominican Republic earlier in June, switched from a late night game to a 3 o'clock game in the day because of, inadequate lighting that it fit the criteria for CONCACAF. This is welcome news by the sports minister, but I want you to keep note of that date, September 6th. It didn't mention in time for August 20th, which is when Mount Pleasant will be taking on Cavalier in their first match in the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup. So it may seem that we can rule out the National Stadium hosting a rematch of last season's Super Final between the top two teams in Jamaica for this Caribbean encounter. So it also begs the question, where can they play? Jacks all already have issues with light from day one, so maybe it's a return to Sabina Park. But it's also been let to see in Sabina Park also have adequate lighting. Either way, after Cavalier faced a hefty fine for their lighting situation when they played in the tournament last year, both teams will be looking to try avoid that this time. But here's hoping it will be at the National Stadium. Okay, and finally, with the hurricane, as we stated before, disrupting life on the island, it may move the start of the JPL season back a bit. Word had it that the league was set for a first week of September start, which would be a major contrast to last year's late October start. But with this natural disaster leaving many on the island without light and causing many infrastructural damages, maybe pushing the date back even a little is the right thing to do. Of course, nothing of this is official. I'm quite sure all stakeholders are assessing their damages and what's going on, but you could imagine that most teams were set to start in this week or next week, and maybe that will be a delay a bit now. So we are waiting to see what's happening. I really hope it's not another late October start like last year, because I'm itching for some JPL action. But of course, you understand that, life takes precedence with the hurricane happening, and pushing back football is not a bad thing. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for this run-up and off-season updates in the JPL. Many things to look out for, as I said. Look out for hear more from where Tappa is going in the league, if you choose to return to the league. If not, who is Montego Bay United and how you are deciding on as head coach. Hopefully we get more player transfers. This is one area in the league that the PFGL can brush up big time. And we'll see what else going to go on as we lead up to, well, first the Caribbean Cup Championships in August 20th. Before I run to here again, I must say my condolences to anybody who lost their lives during the hurricane, and a special prayer for anyone that lost and faced. Despite what Beryl did, we still have to give thanks that we're all here still today, and we hope the country can get back on its feet very quickly. But alright guys, that is all from JPL. Thanks for watching this episode once more. If you're new here, please like, subscribe and share as we look to keep you up to date on all things of the JPL leading up to the new 2024-2025 season. Otherwise, if you want to look back on the 2023-2024 season, how about you to check out the Super Final review right here. Otherwise, keep it locked on JPL Fan, YouTube. Big up yourself.
Afternoon, and the team and I must leave St. Thomas right now if we have any intention of getting back to Kingston safely.